Welcome to the Obsession Podcast. I'm Carl Bethke.
I'm Mike Sadler.
Mike!
What up?
Just getting back from the hunt in South Dakota, my brother.
Yeah, I'm going to say right now that we have 4 animals down.
Yeah, buddy. 2 muleys, 2 antelope. Taxidermist is happy with us, isn't he?
Yeah, buddy.
That's 3 for this year, my brother.
That's
3
awesome.
for this year.
That's what I'm talking about.
We got 2 left. 2 more to go.
2 more.
Hope you're ready.
I'm always ready.
All right. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
All right. This is from Michael from New York. How do you know if your property is working for mature whitetail bucks? Well, Michael, how do you know if your property is working for mature whitetail bucks? Have any?
You got a picture of one?
I don't know. I mean, it's going to come down to a couple different things. Number one, how big is your property? Some people have 3 acres. Some people have 3,000 acres.
And how do you know if you have mature?
How do you know if your property is good for mature?
Working mature bucks. I mean, are you seeing them every year?
Right.
I mean, if you're seeing, good deer on your property every year, something's working.
Right.
I mean, are you setting it up that way?
Right.
Are you harvesting a good deer every year? We think our properties are working because every year we have opportunities at good deer.
That's what I think.
So to me, that it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to have mature deer, honestly, if your property's not working.
No. They're not going to come. They won't come.
No. Well, are they passing through it? Are they
Staying.
coming, going, staying? Some people have transition properties.
Mm-hmm. Which you can hunt the hell out of.
Oh yeah, which are great, actually.
You've killed a lot of big deer on those properties.
Yeah, well.
There's no one to be there.
Yeah. Over there at the,
Yeah.
by the lake. One of the best transition properties we've had. Been able to hunt. Also, the kill corridor across the road from my house. Those deer transition through there. And we would get on a transition. Right now, for us, getting deer to stay on our property is our goal. So it changes with how you want to look at that.
Yeah.
Is my property working? Well, the first couple of years, I'll be honest with you. First 2 years, my property were the best 2 years that I've seen for big mature deer. I have good deer every year. Mike has good deer every year. But year 3, I put too much food on it. And year 4, we took some out, but now it's year 5, and we're taking even more out because we realized that the doe number increased, which limited the mature bucks that stayed on the property consistently.
Right.
So you have to be able to figure all that out. How do you know that?
Yeah, you got to see what your property can maintain for food. We went over, there's a podcast back where we went over that. Which is hard to, what they say a property can maintain and what it can maintain are always going to be different. They're going to be skewed a little. But a mouth to feed's a mouth to feed.
Yep.
To hold big bucks in there. And like I said, transition is a transition property. Are you holding deer there? Are you in a marsh? I mean, it's a hard question to answer. To us, it's opportunity.
Yes.
We have opportunity every year at 3.5 and plus year-old bucks, which to us are trophy deer.
Yep. 100%.
Your view may be the 5.5-year-old deer. I don't know. Everybody's different. Maybe it's a 2.5-year-old deer. Yeah. So that it's kind of hard to say. If we were going to say, well, is your property, good? Do you have 5.5-year-old deer? Then you're probably going to say, probably not.
Probably not.
Here and there. They come through.
So each of us have our own goal, our own standard. So that's kind of hard to say whether or not it's working for mature deer, because what's your definition of mature deer?
Yeah.
Mature deer in Wisconsin, 3.5-year-old deer.
Yeah.
Mature deer in Iowa is probably a 5.5-year-old deer.
Yeah.
And the eastern side of Iowa. You know, mature deer in, I don't know, everybody's different. Maybe it's a 2.5-year-old deer. Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, mature deer in, you know, let's not go with that. Mature deer in some states could be a 2.5-year-old. Or it could be different locations in the state. You go to certain mature deer in Wisconsin near heavily hunted areas is a 2.5-year-old. I'll tell you that right now.
That's a big deer.
Out to the ears,
Yep.
he's going to get shot. But, you know, like Mike was saying earlier, to each their own on that. You know, for us, 3.5-year-old deer is mature deer. We have, and lucky enough to have a few because we spend a lot of time on our properties. You know, do we know our property's working for it? Yes, we know our properties both are working for what we consider to be mature deer. Now, yet we never stop trying to improve our properties.
No,
You
that's
know.
true.
You know, we don't care if they're here over the summertime.
Nope.
Matter of fact, we don't want them here.
We don't.
No. Our properties are set up for the fall. We utilize a lot of fall foods. Matter of fact, the older we get, the more it'll be just fall food and corn,
Yep.
which takes a while to grow. But that's kind of how it would lay out. You know, do you know your property's working for them? You know it when you're taking a good or what you consider a mature deer off the property every year. That's kind of how I think. That's how I gauge my success on there. If I shouldn't say taking, but I should say is having the opportunity to take, not the harvest of the animal. If I have a chance to take it and it just doesn't work out, well, I still had my one shot.
Yeah, you still had, your property was still good enough to have that shot.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and if you get one shot a year, consider yourself lucky.
you got a shot.
That's right, you had your chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. If you can convert on that one time, then that's the way it should be.
Yep.
I don't know. Things to do for that to try and make your property better, like I just said, fall food. Because over the hunting season is when you can hunt them. I don't care if they're there all summer. You know, if they're there during the hunting season, if that's when the bucks that you consider mature are there, then you win. If they're not, then you lose. You need to change something.
Correct.
So, I mean, that's pretty simple how that all laid out, right?
Yep.
So, we appreciate the question, Pat. If you guys got any other questions, put them right down here in the comments. If you guys want to just listen to the podcast, you can check us out on Spotify,
Amazon,
Google,
iHeart,
Apple.
RSS.com.
Check out our pretty faces right here at YouTube. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, buddy. Good luck out there.